Hello, everybody! Welcome. Today we're going to talk about Monster Hunter Wilds, which is coming in 2 days and 14 hours. So, I wanted to say a couple of things so it will be kind of easier to set expectations, especially if you are a veteran in this game. So, in my opinion, right now we have played already the beta. This game is definitely going to be on the easier side. And why is that? Because, in my opinion, the hardest Monster Hunter game you ever gonna play is going to be your first one. It's going to be the first one that you will have to learn all the mechanics, how it works, and all of that. Put it into test against tough monsters when you fight them for the first time, even in the low ranks. Then you go to the high ranks and you may hit a wall and stuff like this. And then you have G rank, or I forgot the other names, I always call it G rank. And you have that highest rank with the expansion, which is way higher difficulty than anything you have done before. So even the simpler monsters gonna be way harder on that mode. So in my opinion, when you're going to play now this game only going to have low and high rank. So you can imagine that this, just by that, gonna be way easier game for someone that has completed the Monster Hunter World or Rise on the highest difficulty, because those monsters are gonna be way tougher than anything high rank or low rank has to produce. So the way that you go around this is to go for like sillier builds, or like theorize around builds and kind of broken things. And don't really try to follow a meta, don't try to follow the best builds. Do your own thing. And that way, you definitely going to have way more fun than trying to just try to get the fastest kill with the best gear, with the best monster, best gear for the monster and stuff like this, which is so many optimized, like so high optimized stuff that unless you're trying to do speed running, this doesn't really have any fun for you to do, right? Because you're gonna see a lot of people pumping content for this game, and there is definitely gonna be the biggest Monster Hunter ever, which I think that's completely fair, because even though Monster Hunter World was really big, this one we can see just from the Steam numbers on the beta that is gonna be insanely huge. So, in my opinion, you kind of have to accept the situation here. So, go for sillier things, play with your friends, um, get parties together, help new players, do stuff that will give you something to be satisfied, even if it's not the difficulty. Some people I know completely skip the first part and just go when the G rank comes out because they just love the difficulty. But I don't do that. And to be honest, Monster Hunter World, for me and my friends, that for most of them, real life friends, were the first time they ever played this franchise. They used to play Dark Souls games and stuff like this. And when they played this game, they really got hooked. And we were playing for hours and hours every day. So many laughs. I think it's the best memory I have from a video game, that everyone was just having fun, no one was salty, and we were just going around and killing stuff. That did not happen when we were playing MMORPGs, let's just say that. But on Monster Hunter, that was fabulous. Like, it was really, really fun time, no matter how skilled you were in the game. That is pretty much from that what I have to say. Just change kind of your priorities around these things if you want to have fun. Uh, and for the new players, of course, you have a lot of things to learn, even if the game has better quality of life stuff, that you still gonna have to learn things, new weapons. So there is definitely so many things that you can learn, and you have a fresh experience because the gameplay with each weapon is so different, and now we have that new kind of aim mode that you can hit specifically where you look at, so I won't have to lose any more true charge slots anymore with the, yeah, and no more TGS miss with that. That's gonna be really cool. But yeah, for me, that's really what I will suggest. Now, what I would want to see from this game, personally, is reasons to grind. That was something that they got really well with Monster Hunter World. But when they got Rise, they completely fumbled the bag for me. The stuff that I had on Monster Hunter Rise in 100 hours, I may have to spend 400 hours in Monster Hunter World. Because the grinding was so different. And I did not really feel that I was grinding in Monster Hunter Rise. It felt more like I actually wanna go and kill the monster, not that, oh, I need this gem and I need to kill him and it doesn't drop and I'm so frustrated. That frustrating experience actually builds a lot of stuff around you, learning more about the game, beating that monster, finding the best spots to do stuff, and all of that. So, in my opinion, I think that they really need to give us again reasons to keep grinding. That was something that I really didn't like on Monster Hunter Rise, as I said, and I think that was the majority of people that were used to the heavy grind, which was kind of like an MMO grind on Monster Hunter World. Suddenly that vanishing felt very, very weird. Because as much as I liked Monster Hunter Rise, I didn't appreciate that change. It just didn't feel right to me. And it felt like I was spending less time, I was being less. The game didn't want me to log on and play. Let's just say that. It felt like that. But before, when you were playing World, the game would be like, you will never get this gem that is so important for your bow build, otherwise it's completely trash. That charge gem, I still remember that. I spent so many hours farming that gem because it was never dropping. And that is really where the joy comes from when you're grinding. They have to bring that back. I really hope they do bring that back. Now, will that happen? I hope so, because that is mostly the reason that you will want to keep logging in back to this game. Because if they take the grinding away like they did in Rise, this won't be as lengthy experience as you may expect. Let's just say that. Unless you're new. So I saw also the Metacritics, they were like really high. I don't really trust those reviews. It's best to see YouTubers, but from another point, YouTubers may be even more biased because they will want to make builds and videos, and they will want you to go and watch the new videos they're gonna make about the new game and all of that, collaborations, blah blah blah. So maybe that is not the best thing to see objectively as well. But outside of all of that, I hope that the game is what most people expect and we just go and have fun. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Maybe I got completely wrong, or what do you hope for this game to be? If you're a veteran or new, doesn't really matter. Any comment I'm gonna watch and answer. You can see on all my previous videos. I love going back to videos and looking at questions or whatever it is so we can have a nice discussion. That's why I make these videos. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a beautiful day. See you next time.